Welcome back to my channel. It is K Maldonado and I'm so grateful to have you guys back here again. Before I even get into this video, I just want to say thank you guys so much for subscribing, liking, and commenting on my last video. You guys, all the love and all the just motivational comments and inboxes and inquiries, and thank you guys so much for even purchasing my course. I just appreciate all of this because it motivates me to motivate you guys. To make a video today, you guys, talking about building in a saturated market. Now, I understand a lot of people believe that their market is very full and that it's very busy and that they cannot make sales or there's a lot of competitors, and I just want to start off by saying that's not true.
No, ma'am.
Before I get in this video and before I really even get on topic, what are you doing? Like, why are you not subscribed yet? You need to be subscribed. Like, if you're still watching this and you haven't subscribed, like, what are you doing? And another thing too is we're supposed to be bossing our lives up. Subscribe. You're a boss. You subscribe to other bosses. Okay, so now that we got that spill out the way, so let's get to it. How do I market myself in a saturated market? And yes, you guys, we are in a very saturated market, but if I'm able to do it, the girl next door is able to do it, the girl across the state is able to do it, you're able to do it too. Never doubt yourself. So I'm gonna give you guys some tips today on how to truly market yourself in a saturated market or industry. A little bit about this face I'm serving today, you guys. I already have my brows, some eyeshadow, and foundation on right now. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be 100% with you guys. The market is saturated, okay? A lot of people selling hair, a lot of people are selling lashes, a lot of people are selling clothes, and yes, the market is very saturated. Let's talk about marketing, you guys. I want you to ask yourself, like, really, how are you marketing your business? There are different types of marketing, and I talk about this in my course. So first thing first is there is word of mouth, and I'm gonna tell you guys that word of mouth is so god darn powerful. If you use word of mouth, that's pretty much like someone purchasing from you, they love your product, and they go tell 5 other people that they love your product, and those people come purchase from you. It's super powerful because it's like a validation, like, oh, she sells great product, definitely go get your stuff off there, and I think like an example is like Kendra Boutique. Kendra's quality is amazing. Like, I can vouch for that. I've tried her hair. So with so many people knowing that she sells great hair, that goes around and that helps her business grow. But how am I able to sell hair when there's people like Kendra out there? So let me tell you guys something. First things first is that you really truly have to know how to market yourself. And word of mouth is so powerful, again, like I said, because you are able to really put yourself in the ears of other people from someone else saying how amazing your business or product would, or how amazing you are. And another great way of marketing, of course, that a lot of people know, is ads. Ads is a great way to get your business seen far, far away, seen from people who are not even around you. You're touching states and countries that are not even around you. And I think ads is an amazing way. And there's so many ways to market yourself with ads. You can do Google ads, you can do Facebook ads, you can do Instagram ads, which Facebook and Instagram are sisters. So that is something that, that you can definitely do. Okay, so yes, marketing is a big thing. But another big thing, you guys, is it's not what you're selling, it's how you're selling it, okay? Because I've known people with amazing product and they have everything good going for their business, but like their customer service sucks.
This is a problem for me.
Well, customer service is a big thing. Like, I'm one of those people that if I didn't like the product, okay, but I might give it another chance if your customer service is A1. Like, I know you guys can agree with me. Whatever you got may have not been the best, but because the person treated you so well, you probably tried it again. So I'm really big on customer service. And I think that a lot of business owners should be big on customer service, because it's like, you can't go far if your customer service is like off, right? A little story time with me is that when I first started selling hair, you guys, I didn't even know how to market my business. Like, I didn't know how to get my name out there. I was kind of just winging it, And so in my hometown, that's all the way I was selling hair. And I'm talking about, I'm doing pickups, I'm doing drop-offs. Like, people are texting my phone like, oh, I need this, I need these bundles. And at the time when I was selling hair, when I first started, wigs weren't even big like that. People were wearing wigs, but they weren't like wearing wigs the way they are now. And so a lot of people was wanting bundles, but I did have wigs, and at that time I was actually hand making them, so like they take longer to get to, longer to get. I was seeing people more face to face and doing more face to face transactions, meaning they had a chance to meet me. And yeah, it was more hard work, but it actually built a lot of credibility for myself, because people start to begin to say that, like, oh my goodness, like, even though there's this person selling hair, this person has a salon, this person does that, this person does that, you have amazing customer service and you don't even have half of that. And I thought that was so big, because I stood out in a market in my hometown that was very saturated because of my customer service and the person that I was. And so I thought that was pretty big. And then another big thing is that I've always kept like my hair done, and I always believed that I am my biggest marketer. Like, I can pay YouTubers, I can pay ambassadors, I can pay so many people to market me, but I rather market myself, because I feel like, people won't really shop from you if they're looking at you and they're like, okay, where is the product on you? Like, we want to see it on you. Not even just the hair business. Let's talk about the podcast business. Let's talk about my coaching. So I feel like people need kind of like a backstory. They need to know who you are and what you do. So when I created the 100K in 30 days course, that course was very big to me. I did that course while I was 9 months pregnant, and I did that course for a whole month in my last month of being pregnant. And so I pretty much sat down every day. I put everything I know for the last 4 years into that course, and people seen my story. They seen how I was doing this course every day, how I was documenting this course every day. They seen how I was actually making 100K per every 30 days, and it was credible. So they knew what I was doing. And I feel like if you want to market yourself in a saturated area, is you have to be credible. And then I know a lot of people are like, okay, then how do I get credible? Stand outside the box. Being a business owner comes with being creative. You have to think of different ways how you're going to stand out in front of the next person. And I'm not talking about compete and compare, because we already talked about that, ladies. We're not competing and we're not comparing with nobody unless it's ourselves. For instance, lashes, like mink lashes came in and they went on a boom. Like, everybody likes the big wispy lashes. A lot of people like the dramatic lashes. So I feel like you have to serve people what they like. If a lot of your clientele is like a lot of younger people and they like the dramatic stuff, serve them and give them people what they want. If you have a lot of older people that they purchase from you, make it appropriate. And for instance, like clothes kind of move with the season. Like, you can't be selling tank tops and it's December. Like, you have to kind of change the game a little bit and start selling winter clothes. So I just think that honestly, you kind of got to get on the wave, and you got to be current with whatever's going on in the world. You want to make sure your company is up to date with that, so that you're not missing out on those sales either. Another thing about being in a saturated market, I think it's very important to understand that you are different. If you think that your business is the same as everyone else's, sis, it's the same as everyone else's. You have to literally physically think that your business is different from everyone else's. I don't care if 5 people are selling the same wig that you're selling. What makes your wig different, and how are you going to get that wig, to them? I've seen people say, like, this wig, you get this wig for $110. Why are you selling it for $300? It's the same thing. Well, for example, you're getting quality. You're getting, customized this and that. You're getting hair that's going to last you almost 2 years. You have to think of ways that you're going to be able to give this consumer something that they've never had before. So to add on to my story of me selling hair in my hometown, another way I thought that I would be different is something that was free, is I started getting to like hair groups. I got into a lot of hair groups and a lot of coaching groups, and I started getting my name known just by being in those groups. And then I discovered ads, and ads was like the biggest thing for me, you guys. And I will maybe do a video on ads. I do have courses on it, but ads is something big, you guys. Ads took me from just reaching my small little hometown to reaching people all the way across the country. That's a way that you'll be different to other people, because I feel like when people talk about saturated market, I feel like they be talking more so of the localness of it, rather than the entire world. Because you got to understand, there are a trillion people in this world. Baby, you are different than somebody, okay? Ads was a big thing, and I feel like if you know how to work your ads and word your ads and put different videos and pictures, there's a definite way that you can stand out and be different from someone else doing the same thing. That's why a lot of companies use them. You you're scrolling on Facebook or Instagram and you see so many ads all the time because people know how powerful they are, and you could be sitting in like Minnesota and reach somebody all the way in Miami, you know. And I think that's powerful. Don't ever let someone make you feel like your business is not good enough because someone else has that business too. I don't care who is selling lashes, who is selling hair, who is selling clothes, who's making logos, who's making who's actually designing and doing, webs, and who's coaching. I don't care who's doing it. I think what you got to remember is, or you can't allow that outside energy to get in your head and make you feel like there's so many people doing it, because the moment you think that, you're never going to try to step out the box and be creative. And that's really what's important, is you got to know how to step out that box and do something different than what other people are doing. So now let's get into how you're going to make your business stand out a little bit more than others. I think that the best part and solution here is that you first find your niche. I think you find what makes you different, what your consumers want, and who your audience is. I think if you know who your audience is, then it's very easy to market yourself. A lot of people, they go off of who other people's audiences are. Sometimes what other people are selling, that doesn't fit your audience. Like, you got to remember what your people want. Like, are you selling to people who like cheap things, or to people who like expensive items? A lot of people waste time on the wrong audience. I understand that competition is real. Finding the right audience. A lot of people, they look towards the wrong audience. Like, they're looking at their competitor and they're seeing the people buy from the competitor, and they are thinking that those same people are supposed to buy from them. And that's not always true, you guys, because I've seen somebody sell, I've seen somebody sell an item that's like $110 and someone sell the same item that's like $500, and people still bought that $500 even though they could go get the item for $100, $110. So it's like, you got to remember that some people's audiences are not your audience, and you got to find out your audience. And how you find out your audience is by finding out your niche, finding out what your brand is, what you're giving to your customers. Because like I said before, it's not what you sell, it's how you're selling. I already talked to you guys about this topic, and I already told you guys that comparison is the thief of joy. It's one thing to look at trends and see what's hot and do the same thing or do something better. That's one thing. But when you're looking at how everyone else is selling and you're not selling, and you think that it's because everyone else is doing it, that is a mindset thing, and you got to get out of that. Because you guys, we all can sit here right now and name so many people that are selling the same thing, and we can name at least 3 people that are really selling it and are at the top. Like, we know so many great hairstylists that are at the top. Like, everyone loves Eric Gante. He's amazing at what he does. He's amazing at the hair that he does. But we can also name other hairstylists that are also very, very good that we also like, and they are all making money in the same industry. So I think that it's important to realize that just because you're in the same industry as someone doesn't mean that you can't make money as well. I think to begin with, to be honest, that it's just really a mindset thing. I know I keep looking over there because I can see myself, but I know my camera's right here, so excuse me for that. But I want you guys to remember something too, that just because a market is very saturated, doesn't mean that you can't get in on it as well, because I feel like saturation means a lot of people are eager to buy as well. And if a lot of people are eager to buy, then you can also get a piece of everything as well, like I said. So I think that really in a saturated market, it's really all about knowing your audience, marketing yourself well and marketing yourself different, standing out in ways that other people don't stand out, putting a creative twist onto every product and service. Customer service makes everybody stand out. I think it's very important that your business always have great customer service, because that is really what takes people a long way. And I know that in some cases that may fall short, but always try to make that one up on everything. So that is all for this video, you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. Make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you put that bell on. I'm coming back with another video. Any content that you guys want to see from me, definitely leave that below, because I'm very open for that, and I would love to give you guys what you want to see. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and you guys have a great week.